You know, guys, I have a joke here on the channel that I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard before. When it comes to my predictions about Call of Duty and the state of COD, and, you know, I have all of these calls, right? Like, before the launch of the game, I say, this game is probably not going to be good because of this reason and that reason, and even more reasons. Or I'll say, you probably shouldn't do this because then this happens, and I give a whole cause and effect type of thing. And people, actually not people, but, you know, gooch lickers, people with no fucking human rights, they come in the comments section and they just disagree a lot. And I understand why. You know, if I gooch licked Call of Duty this hard and somebody told me I was wrong, I'd probably start crying just as much as the next gooch licker out there. But unfortunately for a lot of people, I'm not a gooch licker, I'm the fucking scat master. And when the scat master has things to say about Call of Duty and they turn out to be true, even if it's not right away, but maybe a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months after, what is the joke, ladies and gentlemen? First person to say the joke in the comment section, my best saying yet, I will pin your comment. I swear to God, I won't post my own comment. Whoever says it first, you're going up. And I just find it extremely interesting how often this happens, okay? Now, what I'm talking about today is not even necessarily a bad thing, but it was a piece of criticism, a large piece of criticism that I had when this game first came out, and even before the game came out in the beta, during the leaks. I was telling everybody, this game is going to get stale, it's going to get boring. Why? We got the remastered MW2 maps that we've always wanted, we're undoing the bullshit that Infinity Ward did between MW 2019 and 2019 Part 2, so what could there possibly be to complain about? Guys, how many times have I talked about seasonal content? How many times have I talked about post-launch content? And why the launch of your game cannot launch the way that this game launched, with zero original content. And when I told people that this game was going to get stale because we had no original content, people called the Scatmaster fucking crazy. Now guys, here in Season 3, keep in mind we're almost, what is it, like 5-6 months out of launch now? Now we're finally starting to get the ball rolling. Now if it were up to me and not a bunch of fucking morons, I would have had a season that looked like this season, probably, I don't know, before the game even fucking launched. You know, I would not personally wait this long to put out this amount of content and this kind of content, but for whatever reason, you know, your goats and your daddies over at Sledgehammer Games, they decided, you know what, we had all of these maps ready because apparently this game was years in the making, let's not forget about that. If they had all of these maps in their back pocket, I'm just concerned as to why it took them so long, but here we go. I'm gonna put the roadmap up on the screen right now, and I know a lot of you guys have probably already seen it, but as a deemed complainer and hater of Call of Duty, I'm assuming a lot of you guys, especially some gooch lickers out there, want to know what I have to say about this new season. Leave it to the Scatmaster to finally give you guys an opinion that is worth listening to, because I know there's been a lot of content creators telling you guys this was a top 5 COD before launch. I know there's a lot of people trying to get you to buy this game for $70 fucking dollars. I told you guys maybe wait until the game goes on sale, don't buy it for full price, if you can get it for free, get it for free. Wait until there's a season that's actually worth checking out. And guys, I think this might actually be that season. I know, it's been a long time coming. I know a lot of people are assuming that I'm just gonna shit all over this season, but truth be told, there is a fair piece of criticism that I've given this game that seems to have finally been addressed. I'm just gonna ignore all of Warzone because I really don't give a fuck. I mean, I'll play it here and there. It's not my forte, it's not my area of expertise. When we talk about multiplayer though, I really don't give a fuck about the entire bottom half of this, but this entire top portion of 6v6 maps. There are 6v6 maps coming into MW 2019 Part 3 Season 3. I mean, it took them fucking forever, but here we are. Guys, how many times have we seen a season come out with 1 or 2 fucking maps in a season? How many times have we seen it come out with 3? If the developers in Activision are feeling super fucking generous, maybe we'll get 4 in a single season. But this time, we're getting 6. And I've talked about this multiple times. When you ask me about what I think about seasonal content, I always say the exact same thing. It doesn't work in Call of Duty. There's never been a successful season in COD. This is probably as close as we get. 6v6 maps in a single season. This is the first time this has ever happened. We have Emergency, Tanked, 6-star, and a remastered map called Grow House. All 6v6 maps coming at launch of Season 3. Then in Season, we're getting Grime 6v6 and Checkpoint 6v6. I think this is something that so many people have asked for a significant amount of time. The Scat Master himself, I'm gonna be straight up, guys, and this isn't to gas myself up. I have not seen any other content creator bigger than my channel or even around my channel size be this adamant about how dog shit seasonal content is and how much it does not work in COD. Seasonal content has produced some of the most brainwashed fanboys that I've seen in a very long time. Got people thinking that seasonal content is good because it's free. Free doesn't mean good to me. I don't know what the fuck is up with your guys' standards, but one thing that does meet my standards is the amount of maps. And you know, when we got seasons with 2 maps and I complained about there being 2 maps, you know what a lot of people told me? A lot of people told me to stop bitching. When we got seasons with 3 maps and I complained about that, people told me to stop bitching. And when we got seasons with 4 maps, and I made the claim that although this was better than 2 or 3, for the amount of money that Call of Duty produces each year, with the amount of developers at hand working on Call of Duty, we could easily have 6v6 maps. Do you know what people told me? First of all, people, and when I say people, I really mean fucking gooch lickers, told me to stop complaining and stop bitching. But you know what else they told me? They told me to be grateful for what we do have. They told me that it was unrealistic to ask for 6v6 maps. They told me it was never gonna happen. Well, guess fucking what? Look where we are. And as it turns out, as soon as the numbers no longer look good, it's like they turn on red alert. You know, get rid of all the detriments over at Activision and Sledgehammer Games and all the other development studios, all the fucking detries that aren't doing shit. Get rid of them. And when the numbers continue dropping, oh, now we gotta make some new fucking maps. Now we gotta start dropping some new maps. And don't think I forgot what the original report was on post-launch content, guys. I remember, just as a lot of you guys do, the original reports on seasonal content was up to 3 original maps a season, with some remastered maps in there. Does this season look like it's 3 original content maps? No, it looks like 5 with 1 remastered map, which is exactly what I've been asking for. And I'm not saying Activision and Sledgehammer are listening to the Scat Master, but it seems like enough people have finally caught wind of at least my message, and I know a lot of other people have talked about it maybe, but once again, not to gas myself up, I've probably been the most adamant about this. And while I'm saying Activision and Sledgehammer have likely never seen a fucking video by me, or heard my claims of needing 5 to 6 6v6 maps a season, it seems like maybe I was indirectly influential towards another area that influenced them to make this decision that ultimately was a point that I've been trying to make for months and years. But like I've told you guys, once the numbers start dropping in Call of Duty, that's when we're gonna start seeing some changes. And maybe it took a game that they probably didn't really try that fucking hard at releasing and creating and producing to get them off their lazy asses and create and produce and release some more 6v6 content and keep this game alive. Because we know damn well a lot of these maps have probably been sitting in the vault for a while, and they've been trying to, you know, drip feed us and give us 2 or 3 maps a season. Yeah, that shit's not working anymore, especially in a game where you released 0 original content. Which, once again, yeah, the Scat Masters talked about that greatly multiple times. And to the gooch lickers that have been telling me that this was never gonna happen, and to the gooch lickers that have been telling me, oh, stop complaining, be grateful. Yeah, you guys look fucking stupid. And actually, as a matter of fact, you're fucking welcome. Alright, yes, I take credit for this. I don't give a fuck if Sledgehammer and Activision have never seen me, never heard of me. I don't give a flying fuck. You're welcome. I take credit. We know good and well that you fucking gooch lickers that sit here, and don't think I'm not talking about Charlie Intel and Modern Warzone and all these other fucking gooch licking content creators and platforms as well. They're included too. All of these people that have been enabling these shit developers and shit publishers at Activision to continuously release us the exact same bullshit with less and less original content, especially at launch, all of you guys can eat a fat bag of dicks, alright? I'm calling out everybody. If there's ever been somebody who says, hey, Season 1 was good, hey, the launch of this game was good, hey, Season 2 was good, you can eat my fucking ass. Clip this. Eat the Scatmaster's ass. Bow down to Scatmaster Fooly, you fat fucking pig. If everybody had continued listening to your dog shit standards of what makes Call of Duty good, we would never, ever see a season like this. Keep that in mind. Please, ingrain that into your brain. I want it to be embedded for the rest of your useless fucking life. We would never see a season with this amount of original 6v6 content had we kept listening to your dog shit takes about how Call of Duty is actually good and about how to not listen to people who complain and have criticism, aka motherfuckers like the Scatmaster. Yes, I talk a lot of shit. Yes, I'm extremely vulgar. Guess what? It doesn't change the message whatsoever. And you know what? While we're on the topic, we wouldn't even need seasons to be this grand if our launches just weren't shit. You could go back to map packs where there's 3 6v6 maps and maybe a remastered map or maybe a zombies map as the 4th slot if your game didn't launch like absolute putrid dog shit. Keep that in mind. We don't have any single Call of Duty in the last 5 years compete with any of the top 5 CODs of all time. Don't ever let anybody lie to you on that regard. It's better than MW 2019 through 2019 Part 2, significantly in my opinion. That doesn't mean it's a good game. That doesn't mean it competes with the top 5 CODs of all time. But for what it is, yeah. I mean, I guess it can exist on the palette without making you want to vomit, and even at that standard, you can still push for more. Do you understand the point that I'm trying to make now? You could have had a decent COD all the way before this, and still push for a season to look like this. Don't think that those two things cannot coexist. They absolutely can. It's just up to you to specifically not gooch lick whenever they release dog shit at first. So for me to tell you that this season in terms of 6v6 map content actually looks fairly good, I think it actually says a lot. Except for the fact that we waited 6 months for this. It is set in stone. There is no saving this game. But there is now an opportunity for some people to maybe come back and make their way back into this game, at least for a temporary amount of time, and I think Season 3 actually does that. Now, like I told you guys in regards to the rest of that roadmap, I don't think anything else here matters in my opinion. I don't care about Capture the Flag anymore. They're just rehashing old game modes as new content to hype us up. I disagree with it. Same with One in the Chamber. Their new modes suck balls as far as I'm aware. Warzone Zombies can suck my balls till they're green. And then when it comes to some of the bundles and some of the collaborations like Cheech and Chong and fucking Snoop Dogg for the 5th time, yeah, we're not gonna open that one up because I know people get extremely sensitive about it. But when it comes to 6v6 map content, I think we're actually at a point where we can give it sort of a thumbs up. And I know that's crazy to hear the Scatmaster say, but this is the only time where I'll say, you know what, if you can get it for free, maybe try it out. Now, if we're talking about purchasing it for full price, I still say fuck no, Activision, you can suck my balls. But if you're in a position to get it heavily discounted or else for free, fuck it, why not? Now, that's not to say that this season's actually going to come out good. Maybe these maps suck ass and maybe the rest of the content is so insignificant that you don't even notice it. So yeah, guys, you know what? Season 3, it's not half bad. Doesn't look like it's gonna be absolute putrid donkey shit. It might still suck, and I wouldn't be surprised, but it's better than what I've seen the past 5 years, to be completely fucking honest. Also, one more time to you gooch lickers, fuck you, get on your knees and suck my balls. Also, once again, to everybody listening, the Scatmaster's never wrong, just early. You're welcome, guys. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about this. What are your guys' honest thoughts on the roadmap for Season 3? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Toodles.
This ain't in my body.